It's the start of the summer term at Egerton Park, and time is running out for Year 11s. It's only a matter of weeks before they leave school for good, when the main GCSE exam period begins, as School Chief Examiner Mr Martin explains.
You're at really a crossroads. You're leaving secondary school. You'll have mixed emotions, probably, some of you at the moment. Some of you probably can't wait to get out of the place. Others will be a little bit sad at leaving the school and perhaps leaving some friends.
That was the worst bit, I think, for me. Like, just as you were coming up to leaving day, it's like, oh my God, it's so close, and it was then you started to realise, oh my God, this is going to be the last time I see you here.
It's just like leaving school, and it's no big deal.
You've got a whole life ahead of you, which could hinge, really, on what you do in the next 6 to 8 weeks. If you prepare for your exams properly, then you should have no problems with them. If you fail to turn up for one of your exams on time, there is no possible way that you can resit it. You can't take it later that day. Your behaviour has to be perfect. The board will accept no breaking of their rules at all. You also run the risk, if it's a serious breach of regulations, of being withdrawn from all of the exams of that particular board.
I was really scared about my last term because for ages I've just been really worried about my exams. And you're okay, like at the beginning of the year, and you're alright, and then somebody will say something and you go all panicky for a bit, and then you forget about them again. And then someone will say something else and you remember how important they are.
Many people might tell you that your school days are the best days of your life. Don't believe a word of it. Because if that's true, you haven't got very much to look forward to. But you have. You've got a whole life ahead of you.
I've got 24 days until my exams start of school, which is a bit frightening, really, because I've not started revising yet.
It's like, oh my God, they're 3 weeks away and I've done no revision whatsoever.
Your exams are just there in like a couple of weeks and you don't realise how close they're getting.
I'm just going to have to buckle down, or pull up my belt, as they say. You have to put my head down.
This is going to be the worst term ever.
In registration, Nat is hearing about final preparations for the GCSEs.
Right, now then, I just need to check something with you first. Before the holidays, I gave you all a set of printouts. And it had all your exams on, all the different exam boards, and I said, take it home, don't lose it, because you won't get another one. You really do need to be responsible now and get yourself organised.
Just thinking of doing the exams, I wasn't bothered, whereas before I thought, oh no, I'm going to be like going mad and having panic attacks or whatever, thinking about it, but I wasn't. I was quite confident about it.
You should know what the gaps are between the exams, like there might be 2 or 3 days between an English and a maths exam. So you need to get your revision work done. Make sure that you've got it all in place. OK?
Over in music, Chris is already panicking. He thinks his relationship with Vicky might well get in the way of his study, and he's asking Michelle for advice on what he should do.
As the exams approached, I'd been out with Vicky for about 11 weeks, something like that, and I had a word with Michelle and said, I can't do this because it's too full on for my exams. What should I do? I need to slow it down a bit, it's going too fast. What should I say to her?
Are you going to finish with that?
Until after the exams. Well, yeah, but...
That helps you wait.
Well, she says she's in love with me. She's weird. But I told her she doesn't know what love is at this age. Yeah, anyway, I need to tell her that I need to cool it until at least after the exams.
But you're going to tell her that you just want to put it like on hold. You're not going to tell her that that's it.
I'm going to tell her I want to put it on hold, yeah. On hold. And then if she still wants to, after the exams, if she still wants to.
Vicky is unaware she's about to be dumped.
I want to see how Vicky takes it.
I want to see how Vicky takes it. Can I call?
Well, yeah, you can give me my moral support. I don't know whether I should do it, but I suppose it's a sensible thing to do. If I don't do it, I never will. And then I don't want to wreck my chance of being, having my exams, because she is a distraction. I'm not saying it's a bad distraction, but she is a distraction.
I know what you mean. I know
I'm
exactly
going to do
what
it
you mean.
again, but I need to do my music.
Chris is not the only tense person in music. As the exams loom ever closer, best friends Hayley and Bram have had an argument about stressing.
I can't help it with a loud person. Man, for Christ's sake, don't go at me. I want to speak to Hayley, and you're having a go at me when I want to speak to another person. What's going on? With the world today, why no one's not...
What?
Everyone's gone dead serious.
Everyone's tired. Comes to work.
It's got to be recently, because everyone's...
Well, let's see, exams in 4 weeks.
Yeah, exam. I don't do anything for you anyway.
What?
Oh, they only get you to college.
That's not important, though. No.
I'm self-obsessed, that's what it is. I know exams,
You don't need it. So I'm like, what? He said, what's going on? No. Just calm down. And he's there saying the exams aren't even important. What planet is he on? So I'm going to go sleep now. I opened the door to see if, to go and talk to him, and he's there, not screaming, all I saw was his face going, so I thought, well, I'm not dealing with that, and I walked back out again, because I didn't want to be sorting this out. He's got himself into this big state. I just remember seeing him in there going, I thought, keep out of that one. And that's how it all started.
Everyone was getting really stressed and over the top and saying, oh no, I've got an exam. Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, I've got an exam. Yeah, and then I don't know, it just blew up somehow. I don't know how it happened.
One person who's not stressing about his GCSEs is Sean. He's only sitting 3, English, Maths and Art, and he's not intending on doing any work for them.
The main examination period will start on Monday the 4th of June. This is the reason why we release you to go on study leave on the 5th. And by the way, it is study leave. A few of you have got fixed in your head that you're leaving school.
I didn't even realise I was meant to be studying. Studying for what? No, I didn't know I had to be studying.
Sean, do you need any help?
No, yeah. I'm alright.
Sean's English group are practising letter writing for the exam.
You have to, can't you? Yeah.
How are you going to set your letter?
Dear.
Dear Mr. Smith, OK? Did it right.
I know how to write, and I know how to read, and I know how to spell.
Why would any parent be concerned about their 17-year-old son or daughter maybe going away with friends on a holiday?
In case I get drunk and stuff.
OK, so they've got concerns and worries, yeah? Now, your time's a bit low, so let's make a good start.
Sean just can't see the value of exams at all.
I'm not going to go in a shop and tell them that I know English, am I? I know English. I speak the way I speak. English is just learning you how to do full stops. It's just knowledge. You know that anyway from school, yeah, but it's just nothing.
Chris has eventually plucked up the courage to tell Vicky they need to call it, but is now having problems finding her.
I'm not going traipsing around school looking for her, just to tell her that by the looks of things she's dumped.
But traipsing is exactly what Chris does do. And with no success. He's beginning to wonder whether Vicky's that keen anyway.
Last week, saw her on Thursday. Well, she was coming down my house at about 4:15 on Thursday. Get a phone call at 3:30, she's gone out with Gemma. Gemma as in the ex-wife. She didn't turn up. Right, 8:15, we're all coming out of Mega Bowl. And who comes up? Grand Central, Vicky, Gemma and Gemma's sister. Vicky ignores me and just walks past. And then she's not, she's normally on the phone every night to me. And she's not phoning since Tuesday. I was just going to put it on hold until after the exams, but if she's like this, I might just you are the weakest link, goodbye.
Chris is not sure anymore where the relationship is going, and he wants to talk to Vicky about it. But it would appear she's avoiding him. After a long wait and extensive search, he eventually tracks her down.
Vicky's in Mrs. Gallagher's room now, so I'm just gonna wait till she comes out, and then I'm gonna talk to her. Went up to Vicky and said, "Vicky, I'm really, really, really happy with you, and I want to still be with you, but I've got my exams coming up, and I'm sorry, but I have to revise, otherwise I'm going to fail them, and that's my life. We're gonna have to slow it down a bit." And I asked her if she's alright. She said she just didn't answer me.
He sent me a message saying that he didn't want to, have the relationship anymore because of his GCSEs, because it was getting in the way and that. So I just finished it.
Chris, still reeling from the split, has just received a text message from Vicky saying she's seeing somebody else. Nat is on hand to counsel.
Hi, it's Vicky. I have a boyfriend now. I am very sorry. Please, what?
Text me back. I only broke up with her because I got no time with the exams and everything. And we might have got back together. Well, we probably would have got back together after done my exams. We're not going to get back together now, are we, anyway?
Right, you what?
Not really. She said that she was in love with me, and that she was... Yeah.
How long had you been with her for?
8 weeks. And that's it, really.
Did you like her a lot, though?
Yeah, I did.
Why? What did you like about her?
I don't know, I don't know. My mum says... Well, I think my mum was right, actually. My mum hated her to start off with. And she said that I only liked her because it was the attention that she was giving me. Because I'd never been given anything like it.
Yeah, but you think your mum was right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, but you've been out with one girl before, haven't you?
One. Just never spoke to her again. I've not spoken to her since. Every time I walk past her, I've just blanked her. Because I'm just pissed off and hurt that she said that she'd liked me since year 9. And that's it, because she obviously didn't. Because she'd done something like that.
It's 7:30 in the morning, and Mr. Randall has decided to start a music breakfast revision club. But despite assurances from Year 11s they'll be there, Chris is the only one who's turned up.
OK, if you hear that in an exam, you find out and you had some conclusions about what historical era you think it might be. Have a guess. OK, before you can guess, what isn't it?
It's not Renaissance.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
And it's not going to be 20th century.
No.
I don't think it's romantic. So it is romantic.
Yeah.
Well, I turned up to the music revision sessions because basically I didn't know a lot about the theory of the music. We did a lot of composition during the year. So Mr. Randall came up with the idea of the early morning breakfast revision. So the first one, I turned up and I was on my own. Everyone else forgot about it.
I'm very ill. I think I've got food poisoning off my own food.
It would appear that Hayley is the only one with a valid excuse for not being there.
I couldn't get my backside out of bed.
What revision session?
Oh my god. Oh, I don't like that. My mate's right on my backside today. Oh, I don't believe it.
I forgot. Don't even know if it was on. Oops. Oh man.
Over in the art department, a GCSE exam is about to start. A small number of the GCSEs are taken earlier, and today it's a 5-hour art practical and the first of the 3 subjects that Sean is sitting. Art teacher Miss Gallagher is handing out everyone's materials.
Rachel, Eastman, there we go. Andrew Wild. Down. Sean. Oh, sorry. Where's he going? Sean.
Yeah.
Kate Bailey. Daniel Robinson. Not here. Wonderful. It's only GCSE.
He's here. He's there.
Where? Oh, blimey.
Daniel might have made it in, but Sean is nowhere to be seen, and the exam has already started.
It is a GCSE. No full conversations, nattering away. You should only be talking to me. It's really only respect for other people who need to concentrate. Right, is there just Sean that's not in at the moment?
He's not in now, I don't think he'll be in at all.
Right, that's... She's 10 minutes late already. If you're late at all, if there's a good excuse, as in buses are late, you need to let me know. But if it's because you can't get up, you don't get that time back. So unless Sean's got a good excuse, I'm afraid he's not going to be able to have the time back.
While the exam is underway, Miss Gallagher asks Mr. Randall to call the office about Sean's whereabouts.
We asked the office to phone for Sean Hames. What form is Sean Hames in? 11?
But he never comes in because he got chucked out.
11 CR? Yeah. 11 CR?
11 CR, I'll chase that now.
Right, thanks.
Hi, is that Linda? Hi, Linda. Got a bit of a problem we urgently need some help with. In art, there's a student not turned up for his Year 11 exam. So could we send a runner out to see if he's in his form room? And also at the same time phone home? Because his name is Sean Haynes. He's in 11 CR. Okay, bye-bye.
Over at the office, the runner is unable to find Sean, so school secretary Adele goes to check his register. Sean's not in school. It's over half an hour into the exam, so Adele decides to try calling Sean's dad at work, having had no response from his home earlier.
My name's Adele, I'm calling from Edgerton Park. Are you aware Sean's not in school today? Right, it's just he should be here for an exam and I'm trying desperately to contact him. He should be in an art exam.
Sean's dad has no idea why he's not in and suggests Adele keeps calling home.
Audrey, have you had a message about Sean Hames at all?
Miss Gallagher is now also on the hunt for Sean.
It's a 5-hour part of the exam today, all day. We keep trying, thanks. Yeah. Brilliant. So that's about as much as we can do, I'm afraid. If he doesn't turn up today and it's not a good excuse, he's going to lose 5 hours of a 10-hour exam, really. They've all been given printed sheets on timetables, so can't do any more than that, really. Plus reminding him. I'm worried, really, because I wouldn't have thought that he wouldn't turn up, and there's something wrong, I think.
But the only thing wrong with Sean is that he's overslept.
Just looked at my phone and it's 20 past 10. I'm gonna get absolutely wasted. I'm gonna get in so much. Because I'm not gonna be at this hour back, am I? Yeah, thanks, Mum.
Sean is angry. His mum works late and is asleep, but he thinks she should have woken him.
She's up. Well, you didn't even tell me. I was bang on top, man. I kept waking up and getting grumpy and thinking, it's only about 6. No, it's fucking... Pissed off with my dad. He's up at 6:30 and doesn't even... Shut it. I'm going to get wasted off my dad. I'm going to get wasted off school. Not good. Really not good.
Having done his hair, sorted his socks, and still had time for a quick drink, nearly an hour later, Sean leaves his house to go to school. Back in the exam, over an hour into it, Adele tells Miss Gallagher Sean is just arriving.
Oh, it's come in. Right. I bet he's not been answering the phone, has he?
Well, it looks that way. All right, so...
He's been at home and not been answering.
All right.
Have a word with him in a minute, anyway. Yeah. Thanks, Adele.
It's break, and everyone in music is in shock about Bram and Hayley's argument yesterday. Far from being resolved, the rift between the two best friends has deepened. Hayley has escaped the tension and has gone for a walk.
I saw him at dinner time and he said to me, "Are you talking to me?" It's like, "I'm just annoyed at you." And straight after I said that, and I said it dead weirdly, it's like, "I'm just annoyed at you." And he said, "I've not done anything wrong." I went, "Right then, you've not done anything wrong." He went, "I've not." I went, "Right then." So Sean came over to me and all I heard was him screaming behind me about how much I'm a bitch, how much I've done this and why am I doing this. And then I heard him whack something. So I stopped talking to Sean, turned round to him. I said, "Right, sort it out." And he said, "No." Oh, well.
After her walk, Hayley decides things need sorting and looks for Bram to talk it through.
Fine, don't worry. You seen Bram?
He is in.
I know he's in, but he's not. It did really hurt me because I wasn't used to it and I was used to Bram being Bram. And why I couldn't see why we couldn't sort it out. He was being an absolute bitch over it and saying, "No, I don't want to sort it out."
Over in art, Sean has arrived.
We were really late last night.
He was up really late. That's not very good, is it?
No, I tell my resistant materials teacher.
But you've now missed an hour. You've no excuse.
I know,
Not a
yeah.
good one.
No, I know.
You've lost an hour of your 10 hours.
Yeah, I know.
So I suggest you get straight in there. You've lost just over an hour, actually.
Right.
And you consider that hour that you've lost now and work like mad, please, till 3:30, OK?
Yeah.
And try and wake up at the same time.
Sean has less than 4 hours remaining in today's part of the exam, and he gets straight down to work, despite not really caring about his GCSE results.
It's just an exam, innit? It's just a piece of paper. You could be having a bad day, and you on them all.
It's the end of the day, and in music, Hayley has eventually found Bram. But he has no desire to talk, despite her persistent pleading.
Can we talk? Can we talk? Eventually, because I did go, not running to him, but I did keep saying to him, "Sort it out, let's sort it out," and he'd go, "No, no," and keep pushing me away. But eventually I said, "Right then, fine," I didn't.
And people went, "Oh, you're losing a really good mate there." And I'm not, it's pissing me off.
I don't need his stressing at me, him stressing at me as well as all my exams and all the teachers trying to get at me and everything, because it's just another problem to add to it.
I'm being as normal as ever, yeah? I'm being really normal, I've been shouting like I normally do, nice and normal, yeah? Because everyone's like, with the exams, everyone's like, "Oh, stressing and stuff."
Part of what he's doing is because he is stressed. It's just a way of releasing his anger.
Bram.
Down an hernia.
What's up, you? He thinks everyone's going to blame him now because Hayley's crying.
Did we say anything? All we said is that he's lost a good friend.
I've always had a pretty bad temper, but, you know, I know it just seems to it got worse in primary school, because, you know, cause my mum died then and I got, like, pretty stressed because of that. Normally, if someone did near to me, I'd normally, like, hit them, but obviously it being Hayley, and even though we're not friends at the moment, I still, you know, I wouldn't hit her. So I thought, right, I'm not going to hit anybody around me because, you know, they're not part of it. That'd be really tight. And I just saw, like, a nice little wall. So I thought, yeah, the wall's not living, I'll hit that.
It's not only exams that are stressing Year 11s. Some haven't sorted out their plans for September. Nat, unable to get into her chosen college at the end of last term, now has a new plan for her future.
I've booked a meeting with Mr. Hart to see if I don't get the places in college where I want to go, and see if I can do my apprenticeship from school and just do one-day release. But I feel ill even thinking about going in there.
Following her disastrous college interview, Nat wants to stay on at school next year and become a PE assistant.
Doing that interview, and because it went so rubbish, that pushed me to do even better and show that one rubbish interview ain't going to get me down. I'll aim higher.
Okay, what are your ideas then?
Right, well, I wanted to see if I could stay on at school doing my apprenticeship.
Thousands of people have sat there and say, can we leave? This is the first one I've had, can we stay on?
In PE.
Right, tell me all about it then.
Well, it'd just be like, if I could find a college that would allow me to do it from this school as well, and then do one-day release and go and do sports studies or something like that.
How far have you investigated this at all?
Well, not a lot, really.
So how long would you be in the school? How often would you be in the school?
Well, 4 days a week.
4 days a week?
Yeah.
And we would pay you at an appropriate rate, would we?
I was excited because I had this new idea, but then I was worried in case he just said straight away, no, we can't be doing that. But I knew anyway Mr. Hart would hear me out and probably help me.
I mean, in principle, it seems quite a nice idea. Clearly, I haven't got the total budget sorted out. I mean, you know how schools operate. We're given a budget and have to get on with it. But I think that would be a nice idea. Now, the key question is, how do you get on with Mrs. Hanson?
Well,
do you?
Yeah.
Because she would make the real decision.
Yeah.
And if I went to her and said, Natalie's thinking of doing this, and she said, over my dead body will...
Oh, she wouldn't say that, I don't think.
No?
No.
What do you want to do eventually?
Well, I did want to be a fitness instructor or even a PE teacher.
I think it's a smashing idea, and I've nothing against it. I mean, it's nice that you actually want to come back here. Not another year here, eh?
I know, yeah.
Yeah, then you'd have to call me Sal, wouldn't you? Because I'll be paying you.
Mr. Hart is the most down-to-earth man ever, and he's he'll be strict with you when he needs to be, but he shows you respect if you show it him, and there's no need to even have to wind him up or anything, or even get on the bad side of him because he's such a good headmaster. And if you need to talk about anything to him, then he'll listen to you and give you advice if you want it. Oh, I'm well chuffed about that. He said, that he's got to just see Miss Hanson and see what she thinks. Like he said, do I get on with her? And if I do, then I'll get more chance of being able to stay on and do it. Oh, I'm too chuffed. But then he needs to find a college that he can link it with, and then so I can do one-day release. And then he needs to find out what kind of stuff I'll be doing, because there's no point in me coming here and not doing anything, is there?
Mr. Hart wants to see if Tameside Sports Development is also interested in taking on Nat to give her more experience. Nat goes to tell Head of PE, Miss Hanson, of her plan.
I just had a meeting with Mr. Hart about doing a modern apprenticeship and staying on at school and doing PE. Right, yeah. But he said that he needs to run it by you and see what you think about it. So I just thought I'd come and let you know that he'll be coming to see you.
What would it involve?
Just doing PE, doing bits of coaching and stuff like that. And then it helps me get the experience then. And I'll do one-day release at college.
No, if you want to do that, that's fine. If you've got any details on the course, give that to me.
That's what I need to get, because he said that I need to get do a bit more research on it.
Yeah, well, bring it in so I can have a look and we can work out exactly what we can do.
Right.
So we've got to put up with you.
Yeah. Right, thank you.
For the moment, things are looking bright for Nat. But over in a City and Guilds lesson, Mrs. Arden is about to give Sean a pep talk about his exams. She's worried he's not taking his GCSEs seriously, since it's important he passes both maths and English for the catering courses he's applying for.
Right, one of the students I had about 4 or 5 years ago, when she sat down and they gave her the exam paper like that,
Yeah?
her brain went, and ceased working.
Yeah, mine does that all the time.
It doesn't. Yours works perfectly well. So, let's go through here and see if we can think of anything that might give you a problem, and we can solve it. You don't do dance, food technology, French, geography, German, maths certificate.
No, it's not.
Music.
Yeah.
PE.
No.
Spanish.
Oh, no.
So we've done that. I'll allow to you as well.
Mhm.
Right. Maths is where you get your problems.
So what, let me use a calculator, Tora?
Can you take a calculator into the exam?
No.
Do you know your tables?
Pretty sturdy, this one. Oh.
Confiscation.
Yo, man, that was...
Can't see it, put it away,
that was
hide
my family.
it. Hide it.
I'm going to put it on silent right now.
I wish you'd listen to me.
I am listening to you.
You're not listening to
I
me.
am.
You're judging the issue.
I can't do timetable, that's it.
No, you can.
No, I can't.
No, Sean, I know you are bright enough to do your tables.
No, really, I can't do them.
Tell me why.
Because I've not learned them.
Then
ever.
learn them.
Ever in the entire whole
Start learning
world.
them now.
One now, one is one.
You need your maths certificate for the rest of your
not a
life.
certificate, it's an exam.
You need your maths qualification saying you've got it for the rest of your working life. Can you do it?
Yeah.
Then why don't you do it? So one of the first things you've got to do when you get into an exam is to say, I can do it.
I can do this.
Not I won't, not I can't, I can.
Yeah.
Nat is taking a break behind the gym with her friends, contemplating another year at the school.
Oh no.
The lookout spots Mr. Hart heading across the playground. The girls try and escape out of the other side, but Deputy Head Mr. Davidson has cut them off.
I was really upset because I thought straight away, that's it now, no job or anything.
Come on. Come on, hurry up, please.
The back of the gym is a regular haunt for smokers, and although Nat might not have been caught doing anything wrong, it could mean trouble.
Would you be the person wanting to work here?
Yeah, I've not been doing anything.
I was really upset, but I wasn't upset as in crying or anything. It just hit me thinking, oh my God, just from that one thing standing there, I could have wrecked my chances.
Over at the Lapwing Centre in Brinnington, Sean has a final chance to discover whether catering is for him. He hopes for a place there to study an NVQ, but first needs to impress course leader Kath on his day's trial placement.
When you start, I'll get your own set of uniform. This is just spare ones we have for people who drop in, just want to have a look for the day. You've been up to the centre before? Been to the Lapwing Centre before?
Oh.
No.
Clown pants. I'm gonna get me some proper pants. Some clown pants. My brother's got some rubber checks and stuff. These aren't proper pants. How do I get this going on? Should have listened to my brother when he was telling me.
Oh, lovely.
That took me about an hour.
I know, they're difficult, aren't they? Oh, now you look really lovely. Right, you're making a courgette soup. The action to use when you're slicing is not this one. Nice round cuts, yeah? Can you have a go?
Yes.
Bit further down.
That's a bit too far.
And go a bit more from your shoulder.
The aim is for Sean to test out a variety of culinary skills, but he's refusing to try the soup because of his dislike for courgettes and soup.
Are we tasting anything?
No way am I trying that.
Monkey. Disgusting, filthy, it's horrible. It's really vile.
Kath manages to twist his arm.
Take yourself away from the pan, you don't want to dribble in the pan.
Hey.
I think that needs a bit of salt. What do you think?
I couldn't taste the difference, I just said yes to sugar. I can taste no difference.
There is a bit more, can't you? All right.
There we go, nice and clean.
Nice and clean, is it?
Sean has a short interview with Kath about his cooking.
Okay, so what did you think of your soup?
soup, isn't it?
Soup. It's not like your famous mushroom soup then.
Oh, I don't even like any of it.
You don't?
No, it's manky.
So why have you chosen catering if you don't like food?
I do like food, I just don't like that.
You don't like that food, right. So what food do you like?
Chips.
Chips. So,
Chickens, all
Chicken?
All meat and stuff.
like meat.
Yeah. Peas. I like peas.
So courgettes are a no-no, are they?
Oh, yeah.
But you tasted it, that was good. You were, brave enough to taste it. So if you want to go back in there, put your hat on, wash your hands when you go back in, and just see what the others are doing, have a chat to them, and meet them.
The second part of Sean's day is recognising various spices.
The idea of this little exercise is that you can start to identify different smells. And when you taste them and smell things, you'll think, I remember that, that's so-and-so. Right, we're all done. Okay. Number 1.
Curry powder.
Nope. In curry powder. Go on. Neatly close. Chili powder.
Told you.
Yeah?
Those are lessons to me.
Bill. There's a herb. Yeah, grass is not far off now.
Trees.
Trees. Don't tell it is, Bill. Right, number 3, where's that?
Curry powder.
Ginger. Get them right.
That's what I thought.
Number 7.
Curry powder.
No, everything's curry powder. What have you got? What a smell.
It smells just like all the rest of them.
Cinnamon.
How could I not know that? Little balls.
Little balls of
Got it. Baby food.
baby food.
This is a trick one, that's sand.
Somebody said rabbit cage droppings the other week.
It's a trick question.
Okay, do you want that one?
Some more pepper.
Well done.
Yes.
By the end of the day, Sean has successfully won a place on the course. With Nat's future in the balance, she decides to try out at some dance auditions at the Tameside Hippodrome with her friend Rachel. If she gets into the local production, rehearsing will be evenings and weekends, but it will give her experience in an area she's thinking of working in.
7.
They're doing proper stretching and everything. Do you reckon we should do some? Just to look professional.
Nat and Rachel are immediately panicked by the others auditioning. They appear to be largely from dance schools, and most look pretty professional.
When I walked in, I didn't think that there'd be that many people there, and I was terrified actually. Seeing all them people, they were all dead good as well, and then there was me and Rachel just crap.
You take care of me. Come on, they're all proper professional. We just do dance in school.
The girls start to worry about what the other dancers are wearing.
I haven't even got any proper clothes, me, to do it in.
No.
I'm getting all the most.
Even though Nat's predicted an A in her dance GCSE, she's finding the whole thing a bit daunting. Eventually the girls are called on stage, and there's a quick chance for a run through the routine.
I need to see a performance as well as a dance routine, yeah? So enjoy it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5,
when we were being taught the dance as well, it was really hard. They were just doing it dead fast like that, and we just couldn't get the hang of it. And it was then that I was like, let's go home. But then just thought, well, I'm here now, I may as well just go ahead with it.
5, 7, 8.
Learning the routine so quickly has not been easy for the girls. They're not holding out much hope of getting through to the next round.
Right, we want the following numbers to stay behind. If you are not called...
The girls are waiting to see if their numbers 55 and 56 are called out.
Number 19, 22, 23, 24, 26, 46, 53, 63, 64, 65, 66.
The girls have not got through, but this does not deter Nat.
Doesn't matter, does it? There's always other auditions that I can go to.
I'm sticking to mainstream shows.
I'm just going to keep trying even something about 90 with a Zimmer frame and then Matt would get it.
Back at school, some Year 11s are doing a mini enterprise for their City and Guilds course. Stacey and her friends have decided to practice for life in the real world by setting up a small business washing staff cars.
Miss Thompson's is there. That's Mr. Whelan's down there. I'm just trying to find Miss Rashford's car. Oh, there it is.
It would appear Mrs. Arden has been roped in to help out, since there are several cars to wash, with only 1 hour to do it.
Sort out your list afterwards.
Trust him to park his car where there's loads of dog parks. Still dirty though, isn't it?
Yeah. It's still bits that you've missed out.
Bird poo.
If I carry on going now, while you go and get
the clean water.
You go and get the clean water.
Right. I'll back in a minute.
Stacey soon gets Mrs. Arden working up a good sweat.
I thought I was washing that.
Why am I cleaning somebody else's car with equipment that I bought? It's supposed to be for a mini enterprise for the kids.
Oh, you soaked a car, Charles.
So what's all I need of it? What do you mean what's all I need of? I won't go around just washing some teacher's car. How many cars have you got to wash then? I don't know yet. Someone scratched in it. Would you even believe this car's been cleaned? No. No, neither would I. And I've done it.
You should have a sign round your neck, you lot. Would you trust these to wash your car? Temptation's really strong.
Go for it. Go on.
No, I'm not facing your mother. Tomorrow is definitely profit.
So the money what we make tomorrow, we can keep it.
No, yeah, well, we'll collect it in and split it up between everybody who was doing it. I'm not putting this in my purse.
She's lying.
Until tomorrow.
She's lying.
When? Don't call me a liar.
I bet you go upstairs and put that in your purse.
Don't call me a liar. I've said I've not put it in my purse, so don't say that I will have done. Sean, don't say that I will have done because I don't lie.
You sure you're going to leave it on your desk?
No, I've put it somewhere else.
You put it in your purse?
No, it's not my money.
No, but you still put it in your purse, though,
I
won't
won't. Sean, don't call me a liar.
No, but you put it in your purse.
Sean,
right.
I've just said to you I won't put it in my purse.
Okay.
Do not, with money, do not call me a liar.
Chill out, miss.
No, that's personal.
Yeah, well, you're not lying. Can't be wrong.
That's a fair comment. Buckets.
Miss, they're all clean now, aren't they? We're done, Mr. Lennox.
Yeah.
We're doing them then and all.
Mr. Hart seems to have forgotten the incident behind the gym with Nat, and she's back in his office to hear his decision about her job.
When I spoke to you last about it, my major concern was whether there was be enough for you to do here to make it worthwhile for you. However, I've spoken with John Knighton, who runs Tameside Sports Link, and he would be happy to let you work with him as well. I mean, we will pay you, so I'm not surprised he's happy with it, but nevertheless it does mean that would give you opportunities of working with sport throughout the borough, and also at holiday time you could work with some of the summer schools. I mean, there's one here and so on. So on the basis of that, it seems to me we could offer you something which would be worth your while. Well, I think it's good that. I mean, you'll get huge experience working throughout Tameside, not just in schools, but you know, the whole experience of sport.
I got him to one side and I said I was really worried. I thought I'd like blown it. He said, no, don't be daft. So that was good.
As Nat phones her mum to tell her the news, Mr. Hart will have to prepare for a new member of staff. After over a week of not talking, the argument between Bram and Hayley rumbles on.
It's not worth falling out though. He says he's not asked whether they fall out or not. It's not nice seeing best friends fall out.
Just enough. It's just the fact that I'm so stubborn and I won't let my point be, you know, broken.
We were both stubborn as each other, and there's the fact that he knew that I was stubborn, kind of thing. And he didn't want that to like get past his barriers or whatever. And we're both. Oh.
I wasn't going to say sorry, that's the one. I thought she should say sorry first.
Well, I couldn't see any reason why I should say sorry to him, because from the very beginning I was asking him, why are you doing this? Why? Nothing bad about it.
I said sorry first. On the way home once. We both broke down.
We're just walking home, we looked very stressed, and it really stressed me out that I couldn't ask him if he was okay. And I had to just like keep walking past him when he was looking really upset. I was like, oh my god! So I had to split off from everybody. I just turned around like, can I hug you? And he went, yeah. So sorry. Anyway, I just said sorry, and he came around and sorted everything else out. And we both ended up crying. Oh, it was dead. Oh, I'm gonna. Yes, oh! No, honestly, it was dead sweet because I was like, he went, I'm so sorry, I've been such a. And he knew what he'd done. It wasn't like he tried to cover it and say, well, no, you were like this. He completely just put his defences down and said, I am so sorry for doing all this. It was, you know, completely wrong of me.
Coming up next week, Sean starts going out with Adele. But Nat fancies Sean too and starts some serious flirting. And an exam board sends the wrong paper for an RE GCSE.
I'm sorry, but it was out of our control. We didn't realise till 20 past that the wrong papers were there.
Stress. I don't know, it's been really... I think year 10 and 11 are stressful years because you're kind of like in your teenage years anyway, and it's worst. I think it's the worst part of your life just going through your teens because you've got all the stress of popularity and I don't know, whatever people stress about.
Ha! We don't do stress. Help!
And like when you come in year 11, they say, no, you need to like revise certain topics from like year 10. You're like, oh yeah, then ones I threw away.
A lot of people think revising is basically stereotypical. They watch a lot on the telly and think that you should do at least like 2, 3, even 4 hours a night.
Revision's revision. I was sick, so it doesn't stick. It's one of them. I can't make it stick. It just happens.
There's a bit of a reality check. People don't revise. I haven't revised as much as I really should have.
What's revision?
I've done a bit of revision. Well, I've done a lot actually, but...
Done a lot more than I have.
Just no point because you get brain dead. Miss Walker says revise in small chunks, my graphics teacher. And she's right, half an hour chunks, 5-10 minute break in between. You've got more chance of remembering like that than doing like a 2 hour session.
I can't revise. I did try at one point, but there was no point.
Yeah, it is pretty hard.
But
when you're revising though,
everything, anything, the tiniest little thing seems more interesting and more productive than revision. It's like, ooh, dust, let's watch that for an hour.
Let's wash the pots.
Yeah, you find yourself washing the pots and cleaning your room. You've never done it before, but you're going to do it now. Because it needs doing.
Yes, more important, definitely.
Yeah.
Finish that one.